All right, next question up by William Batovsky. All right, William, this one is near and dear to my heart. Brings back a great story from my youth. William said here, I think it's strange that I've never seen any reference to the use of acorns as readily available in free slingshot ammo. William, I remember as a mischievous little boy out in the yard with my wrist rocket, the day I learned the concept of irony. I picked up an acorn and I knocked a squirrel off a limb. And it kind of hit me that that was ironic that I knocked a squirrel out of a tree with the food that he eats. Don't worry, the squirrel was okay. All right, but great question. So acorns, out of all the North American deciduous tree nuts, are not my favorite to shoot out of a slingshot. Yes, they will fly, they're readily available, but they're just too long, they're too oblong to get good flight at any decent velocity. Rather, my preferred is hickory nuts, specifically from the pig nut hickory. Shagbarks are nice as well, but they start getting a little bit longer. But a pig nut hickory nut makes excellent slingshot ammo. So the key's here. You want to make sure you don't overpower it. It's a relatively light projectile, but it's quite large. They're anywhere from the size of a dime to a nickel. And they're generally pretty round. They have a sharp little button on the end. I usually break that off. But make sure you use a pouch that's large enough to encompass it, like our Rockstar pouches or Rock Chucker pouches that we sell at Simple Shot, or you might want to make one of your own. And don't overpower the nut. You want to use fairly light bands. So a band that would shoot 3/8 ammo well for you is probably going to shoot that nut really well. So tree nuts are absolutely great slingshot projectiles, but they're not as good as a perfectly spherical projectile. Now, stepping over to the other side of that, nuts explode nicely as targets when you're shooting spherical projectiles. So if you're shooting steel balls or marbles, next time you're out, set up some nuts in your catch box. Acorns, especially ones that are ready to sprout, when you hit them, they explode nicely. Likewise, hickory nuts do as well. So they can either be a projectile or they can be the target. Regardless, they're a whole lot of fun to shoot. If you're looking for a way to have more fun with your slingshot, start looking for found objects. The key, make sure your bands and your pouch match the projectile that you're choosing to use, and in this case, nuts. And that's not nuts. Thanks again for the question. Be sure to comment below and like and subscribe.